Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. Hope this video finds you well. Got a little stack of cards here. I made another purchase off Shane. He's Sportsmania Cards on Twitter. Put a link. He does a lot of stack sales. And he had told me he had some more 85 Topps WWE cards in 1987. Now, I know that most of these are pretty beat up. But the reality is the price is right on them. And let's just be honest, if I'd had these cards in the day, in 85, I'd have been 6 years old. And they would probably be just as rough. So I think I started getting a little more organized, and I'm starting to put some stuff on good lord, trading card database to maybe make some trades. So I think I'm going to put some of these on my want list, and maybe I can just eventually put a set together. Not really sure what happened to the upper right part of that one, upper left I should say, but again, not super worried about it. They're just cool cards to have. I'm just not a condition freak. I mean, I don't want to overpay if they're beat up, but just don't really care. Just not my thing. I got bigger things to worry about. So, we also got some 87s. Got the Andre the Giant. Tito Santana. I always loved how Jesse the Body Ventura called him Chico. Jesse the Body, one of my favorite. King Kong Bundy, one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. I was always pulling for the heels, and I like Jesse Ventura, the heel announcer. This is a cool card. The Loser Must Bow. Bobby Heenan and Harley Race. I was fortunate enough to send this off to Bobby Heenan a few years ago and actually got it signed. I think he signed it on the back. He signed one of my cards on the back, but thrilled to have it. Just a cool photo. Bundy in midair. Miss Elizabeth. But these are pretty small sets. They were like 100 cards per set. So maybe I can make that happen. And then I picked up some classics. I picked this one up because Bill Eadie there, Demolition Axe, he played football at West Virginia. Mr. Perfect. I was always a Mr. Perfect fan. I think some of these were just in a big lot. It was like all of them for like $4. Red Rooster, Terry Taylor, good stuff. The Widowmaker. It's a fantastic name. Dangerous Danny Davis. Hulk Rules. Big Boss Man was another one of my favorites as a kid. And then there's Demolition Axe. Another Mr. Perfect. That's the Genius, if you don't know who that is. That's Lanny Poffo, the one in the blue trunks. And he is Macho Man. That is Macho Man's brother. Hey, look, I'm getting a text. My wife must be leaving the office. Haku, another one of my guys I just really liked. The Widowmaker. Classy Freddie Blassie. Paul Roma, the worst horseman ever. Oh, losing my grip. Another Boss Man. Another Demolition Axe. Haku. The Red Rooster in action. And then just a couple other random things. These two wrestling cards, I have no idea what they are. I'll look them up eventually, but if anybody knows when you see this, man, I haven't looked yet. Maybe you can tell me what they are. They're both perforated on one side, so I don't know if they came, like off of some kind of food thing or what. The backs are plain. So I'm just not really sure what they came off of. But I don't even remember them being in anything, but I ended up with them, so I'm not going to complain. So just Olympics ended recently. Picked me up a Mary Lou Retton, who is from Fairmont, West Virginia, which is a town just south of Morgantown where I grew up. And I actually remember the Olympic torch, when they take it across the country and all that kind of stuff. I'm guessing it was because of her being from Fairmont. It came to the main, I say main, but it was just a 2-lane kind of a country road. by my house, and it came. I remember we went out, sat up on the hill with like some sandwiches, and just waited for it to come by. It's one of the earlier childhood memories I have because I would have only been 5 years old. But yeah, so Mary Lou Retton was local, America's sweetheart. She only competed in one Olympics. And then another Mary Lou Retton. It came with, this was a lot with all of these, so I just went ahead and took those. And then I don't know why. It just, I talk about the nostalgia and the cards that make you think of, when you were younger, and the Manon Rhéaume. I mean, she was a big thing for a while there. So it's fascinating to me how in cards, you take it over to racing and like people just go gaga over females. I don't get it, but it is what it is. That's what I got. Just wanted to show off some cards again. That's it. I'll see you down the road.